Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Dermanuelian.
Good evening, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. My name is Mike Dermanuelian. Thank you for joining us. It is Tuesday, March 26th. It is 7:03. And guys, really fun show tonight. Lots to talk about. We have, of course, the Brack recap this weekend. Lots of good golf played this weekend. We also have 6 events currently open for registration, which is fantastic. Shout out, what up, Trav? At least someone's in the comments. We're going to talk about those things about 15-20 minutes. After that, get ready for the Real Housewives of the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. We have with us Sabrina Salkowski and Cindy Dermanuelian. Now, those last names may sound familiar. Those names may sound familiar. And the last names sound familiar as well because, well, they happen to be the last names of myself and Travis Salkowski. What does this mean? It means our wives are joining us tonight. We decided, and we're thinking to ourselves, you know what? Who puts in a lot of work yet plays zero golf? Who puts in a lot of work to make sure that the people here on tour get to enjoy their experience because of their husbands going out and doing a lot of stuff. Now Sabrina does actually work for the tour as well, so it's a different story. But wanted to talk to the wives about why it is that they love us, why they let us play golf as much as they do, why they let us do everything for the tour that we do. Get their perspective on the craziness that is their husbands, as well as give you guys a chance to ask some questions. I'll be honest with you guys. What you see is what you get from me and Travis. We are the exact same people at a golf tournament as we are at home, and so feel free to ask questions. Both wives are pretty funny, and they'll be able to provide some good responses to what undoubtedly will be some regrettable questions that we allow to be asked. Now, before all of that happens, we need to have Travis get on the show. And with that being said, joining us at 7:05, Travis Salkowski.
Woo! What up, MD? I love the Real Housewives of the STX Am Tour. I think that's clever. Yes, it's going to be a great show. Love Brackenridge Park. Thank you, Casey. Funny looking. That's the nicest thing you said to me today. Hectic, crazy day. But Sabrina and Cindy joining us and making their STX Am Tour Power Hour podcast debuts tonight in a matter of moments. But first, we have to recap one of my favorite golf courses, Brackenridge Park, and ACGT Division Spring number 6, 2-person team best ball 2 days ago, Brackenridge Park. Course was pretty good. Certainly the best conditions that we've seen on the trail division this spring. Do you think?
Yeah, I thought the course was in great shape. Greens were a little slow, but in general, we know they're doing that to protect them. But in general, that's the best that Brack has looked in a while. The course played really well. And of course, challenging as ever. Made definitely some tougher holes out there. with some pins, but I think this might have actually been the first time I've maybe made a par on 14 in a long time.
Well, we'll definitely talk about the whole difficulty and how that changed from champ flight to fourth flight, because it really was interesting. We'll talk about the low scores. There was an individual scoring record tied at Brackenridge Park, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And of course, we'll show you the newest members of the Cookie Mafia and the Victory Cookie winners, the flight winners from Brackenridge Park. Special shout out to the Cake Place and More and those Victory Cookies. I love the matching team uniforms. I thought that's cool. I like that. And we'll see those in a minute, but it's Tuesday night. Back-to-back weeks for me and MD is the first in a minute. Nowhere else I'd rather be than hanging out here live television with you, about to hang out with our wives. I can't wait.
I mean, usually I am in the house by myself for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, while Cindy's over down the street at her parents' house with Emma. Cindy usually watches. She'll put it up on the TV at her parents' house. Emma thinks I'm a minor celebrity.
Woo! Beep, beep, beep.
She doesn't know nothing. Every time she comes up to me, Daddy, you were on the TV. I'm like, do you want me to sign something or what do you want? Like, get out of my face.
Kaylin one day went, you have your own website? And I'm like, yeah, rock star. It's okay. I got it. So I know the feeling.
I have almost 20 followers on Instagram now. So things are going pretty good. But before the wives can join us, we need to talk about some of our winners and some of our individual achievers this weekend. Let us start in the fourth flight, shall we?
We are talking about recapping the event from this past Sunday. That was March the 24th. That is the 6th spring event on the Alamo City Golf Trail division of the 2024 South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. This was a double points event played at historic Old Brack. Tim Smith, come on now, keep it to a minimal.
I need my ego boosted a little bit before Cindy comes and just tears the fuck down. That's the first thing I told her when she was meeting my parents. I was like, you want to know how you're going to get in well with my parents? Talk shit about me, because they're going to do it and they will love it if you do it too. And she pretty much took that and said, well, this is my new personality.
Oh, I love it. That's perfect. This was a double points event. The golf course setup, the tour setup committee really focused on the best turf grass location on the putting surfaces, right? The best. It's been an average at best winter, and the course conditions, the turf grass conditions at Brack in certain quadrants was pretty good.
Yeah,
14 green might be the best green I've seen lately, right? I think it was great, and so the tour setup committee really focused on good turf grass conditions, and it ended up producing a pretty strong hole location set.
Yeah.
So MD as a player, favorite hole location of Sunday at Brackenridge Park, because there were some good ones. 17 was back right, way back there. 11 was typical 11, front right corner. Casey Graham comments from the chat section, that is head ambassador Casey Graham. I found no issues with where the pins were in relation to the bad spots on the greens.
Yeah,
excellent color commentary, Casey.
I'm trying to think what my favorite pin position. I don't know if I had a favorite pin position. I played.
I like 3 when it's real close to the bunker.
That's
like
what
that.
That was really the whole.
I think that guards hole number 3 really well.
Like, it's one of those things, like, you have to know your miss is either going to be way left or way right when you're going at that pin.
Everybody watching, favorite hole location from this past weekend or a hole location that stuck out in memory? How about 16 tee boxes from down there? Is that a yay or a nay?
I didn't think that was hard. I don't think that did anything.
You hit the ball, little piss missiles, you know?
Well, I mean, everybody in my group threw some pretty good shots at. Now, my driver went a little bit lower than I anticipated. I hit it. I was like, okay, got it teed up, choked down on it a little bit more back in my stance, and it took off really nice. But then it's that left dash, so the spin on it just fucking died, and it was barreling towards the ravine.
Okay.
It lands in the fairway in front of the ravine, one hops over and rolls up to like 50 yards.
Love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Love it. And that's one of the things about these large fields and our tight-knit ambassador group is that the starters go right to scoring, and the marshals, finish in championship flight and then immediately gear up and marshal. There's not a lot of time to know what's going on. So it's cool to hear stories like that from 16 where it's like, oh man, I almost didn't cover the creek.
I mean, it wasn't a bad hit. It was just the ball just got spinny, and I was coming off a little high there on 15. We were on 13 tee box, and I watched Sean drain a birdie putt on 16, and I got up to or I watched him drain a birdie putt, on 15, and I got to 15 and made my birdie too, and I'm like, I covered Sean. I don't know if anyone else made birdie there, but I covered Sean.
Casey said number 18 is probably his favorite. It's the easiest to read, and it all feeds to that bottom left corner.
Which Casey Graham hit an amazing approach shot. Casey hit a couple of big old drives as well. I mean, he was about a foot away from carrying the bunker on 17.
Our viewers are dying to know how the MD Casey partnership wrapped up and concluded at Brackenridge Park. First time y'all played together. Will we see it again?
I mean, I play with Casey again. I didn't play particularly well. Like, I think I shot 2 or 3 over, which is just trash for Brack. And I just didn't make birdies. And Casey was carrying us a little bit for a couple of holes, and just playing a lot of scramble golf. But
just made bogeys at the same time together, right?
I think so, something like that. Casey definitely played good golf. I played fine, didn't feel like good golf, but I did actually. I was actually just asked to be partners today for our next event at Olmos, with Brad Gilbert. He wants to get the band back together. We've won there together before.
Well, Brackenridge Park. It's always nice to be there. I love Brack. It's one of the earliest locations of my Alamo City Golf Trail career, and I love the history there. I love the Texas Open history. It's almost VTO, so I love being at Brack. But without further ado, should we see some winners and some victory cookie earners?
Let's see some winners. So, coming out of Fourth Flight Net with a Jesus criminy.
This is a scorecard playoff win too.
A fucking scorecard playoff. 17 under.
That's 54.
Net 54. Mike Murin and Steve Alvarado.
I mean, great playing. One half of the team uniform is here, Mike Murin and Steven Alvarado. That's a scorecard playoff. Now, I don't remember if it was this one or not, but there was a scorecard playoff.
This was a scorecard playoff win for them against Greg Richter and Jacob Crabtree.
There was a scorecard playoff that went 7 holes. I don't know if it was this one. Casey,
I don't know if this one went 7 holes, but I mean, Jesus, 17 under, and they barely. I mean, that's
check this out. Check this out. Could you imagine shooting? Where is it? Right there. Cortina's 55. Net 55 and not cashing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed.
I mean, that's how difficult fourth flight was. Fourth flight was competitive.
I mean, it was extremely competitive. Winners on the net side, continuing to get old and having to say this, shooting a 4 over 75.
Solid for fourth flight. Solid.
Well, it's solid, but when you see who it is, you're like, okay, well, that's maybe I expected. And that is Lazaro Gonzalez and Roger Murray, finishing in first place. Per usual, I'm not going to give them any more screen time than they.
Unsurprisingly enough, Roger Murray, Lazaro Gonzalez.
Laz enjoying his opportunity to be in a higher flight while he still can. Adjustments.
And that victory cookie gross win shot him up the point standings too, I believe, which we'll see in a little bit here.
We'll see in a little bit. Moving on to third flight. Third flight net. This was another scorecard. Actually, take that back. It was not a scorecard playoff because the winner in gross.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Actually, I take that back. It was a scorecard playoff on both sides because both teams shot the same scores on both sides, gross and net. But our winners on the net side, which we did not get a picture of, would be at 15 under 56, Fernando Palos and Tim Blunt.
Woo! Fernando Palos and Tim Blunt, 15 deep. Third flight net victory cookie winners.
Yep. That being said, they lost a scorecard playoff for the gross win against the Graffs.
Woo!
Shooting even 71.
To the Graffs.
Greg Graff, who just turned 50, welcome to the senior tees, also put up a pretty respectable round. One of his lower rounds to date. So
Check.
Team Graff.
So check this out. Greg Graff at age 49 years, 364 days, takes home first place gross, turns 50 on Monday. Happy birthday, Greg Graff. It's day 1 of 50, and now gets the senior team.
Yep. It's yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Good for
a force to be reckoned with.
Good for them. Good for them. Moving on, second flight net. I mean, this team.
See these guys back in the winner's circle.
Good to see them in the winner's circle. More importantly, good to see the stashes shooting 56,
flow is
15
so
under.
Oh.
Forrest and Dakota. Shooting net 56, 15 under.
Mustache almost connects to the flow.
Yes.
It's so good.
I mean, those mustaches look fake at this point. Like they look
good. They look fake. Yes.
So good. They don't even. I mean, it's amazing. So shout out to those boys for their win. Moving on, second flight gross winners. Shooting a 3 under. Ricky Ho and Austin McDowell. Congrats to them. Austin maybe carried that group a little bit. But nonetheless, congrats on the gross win in second flight. That is shooting 3 under 65.
That was birdie the 18th hole to win by 1.
Yes.
So,
3 under 68.
Really cool story there. Great job, Austin and Ricky Ho, and Dakota and Forrest.
And moving on to first flight net, we have winners Jay Hine and Nick Lewis shooting a net 59, 12 under. Congrats to them. I think they ended up winning the best cookies out of the group as well. If I have to speak my truth.
There was a shirt with Monstera leaves on it, and that one was on point.
I liked it a lot.
That was good.
On the net, sorry.
Waitlist winners. Casey's right. That is waitlist cookie winners right there. Oh my gosh, and Jason Bird's here.
Oh,
Wow.
with a haircut, a fresh haircut.
Woo.
Control yourselves, ladies. He's taken.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
Moving on to our first flight gross winner, shooting a 6 under 65.
Woo.
That is Team Smith and Irie.
Weston, Irie, and Tim Smith. This is back-to-back cookies?
That is back-to-back cookies. They are a force to be reckoned with. Irie is playing some damn fine golf, and Tim is consistent as always. Congrats to them on their victory this weekend. And finally, moving into Champ Flight. Champ Flight and Champ Flight Net. God, I hate having to be the one to post this picture. But shooting a net 14 under 57, carrying Patrick DeCosmo was Jason Bird.
Sweet.
You knew you won.
Yeah, Jason.
I did not. I didn't know we won net. I knew we won gross. So this is news to me.
Oh, God bless America, Michael.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was Jason. Jason just popped on the screen. I understand the distraction. This is
everything
your
was going fine
here. Jason Bird and Patrick DeCosmo.
Jason Bird and Patrick DeCosmo shooting a 10 under 61. A very solid 66 and 68 out of the two. Shooting 10 under.
Yes, bogey free as a team. Did not have to take a bogey.
Birdie eagle par to win it.
It's fantastic finish. Patrick made eagle on 17.
Which was covered.
Jason birdied 16. Which was not a good skin.
Yes. Neither one of them were a good skin.
Yep.
We birdied like 3 of the par 3s thinking that those might skin, and then those didn't skin. 17 didn't skin.
Yeah, 17. Well, the group that won net was a group I was playing with, and they made eagle there and birdie.
We do not have their pictures. Grant Gandy and Eric Huidapol. We do not have a photo of them.
We do not, but they finished birdie eagle par to finish up their round to shoot a net 10 under.
Oh, so that's the same way y'all finished.
It does look to be a similar. Yes, they did finish the same way.
Great scores, and then we have to talk about one more score.
We do. Out of Champ Flight, finishing second in gross, Jeremy Harmio and Seth Henry shooting 9 under. That being said, of that
That's a
9
62.
That's a 62 9 under, right?
62 9 under. Yes.
Yep, as the team.
But 8 of those 9 under came from Seth Henry firing off a 63. I mean,
a full scorecard in that team event. Seth Henry ties the scoring record individual at Brackenridge Park for the STX Am Tour with a
double
63.
And
that is 63 with a double on hole number 4.
Double on hole number 4, but shoots 6 under on the back 9.
So that is Seth Henry ties Luke LeGrand. There's a
Luke
name
LeGrand.
from the past, right? Luke LeGrand shot 63 in the playoffs at Brackenridge Park in 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. Casey's going to chime in the comments on that. But Seth Henry joins him today atop the scoring record, tour scoring record, STX Am Tour Black Tee Markers, Brackenridge Park, 63, Seth Henry.
Yeah, unbelievable golf by Seth Henry. I mean, he's gone low before. He went low at Willow, went low at Brack. I mean, his 6-month trend is stupid right now. So congratulations to all of our flight winners. Congratulations to all of our new Cookie Mafia members. And I mean, lots of opportunities, lots of events to get signed up for, guys. We have 6 open events. What is that, Trav? Is that 4 of them out of the trail division and 2 out of the
3 on the trail division? We've got Northern Hills open for registration on April 14th. That's the next event. We have a couple off weekends coming up. And then after that is Almost Basin team event on April 28th. And Riverside, the return to Riverside, May the 12th, walking only stroke play event open for registration. There are 2 events open on the Greater Hill Country division. Fort Sam on April 20th. 4 9s, 36 holes, 1 day. The best value tour event ever. Fort Sam 9999. Best ball scramble, alt shot, shamble. Fort Sam open for registration on the Greater Hill Country division. And May the 5th, Olympia Hills stroke play open for registration. And then the 3rd division, the professional division, event number 1 at Riverside on May the 12th, open for registration on the professional side. 6, count them, 6 events open for registration at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time. It's a great time to be a tour member. It is a even better time to be a wife of me or of you, because they get to join the program.
It's time. I thought we were getting. I thought something was going to happen. Maybe.
No, nothing's going to happen except the Real Housewives of South Texas Amateur Golf Tour is going live right now.
I think this could be a continuing segment. This could be going to be amazing or an epic disaster.
It's going to be one of the two. But I'm very positive about it. I'm super happy. I'm super happy that Sabrina and Cindy agreed to come on the show after, kind of being voluntold, maybe. Volunteered. But I'm really excited at making their South Texas Amateur Golf Tour Power Hour podcast debuts this evening. The Real Housewives of the STX Am Tour, Sabrina Salkowski and Cindy Dermanuelian.
Let's go ahead and bring out Sabrina Salkowski, wife of Travis Salkowski, co-owner of Salkowski Services. Basically babysitter.
Yes.
Caretaker of Travis Salkowski. Welcome to the program, Sabrina.
Hello.
Oh, so timid already.
I love
Louder, enunciate. And welcome to the program, my favorite ex-girlfriend and current wife, Cindy Dermanuelian.
Share the screen. I love it.
Only wife, let's be clear.
So Sabrina and Cindy have agreed to come on the show tonight, talk about their lives and how they kind of golf works into that and the tour works into that. And Jason's here to kind of keep the bit going forward. And Casey's with us in the comments. Can you all see the comments? You're good there? Perfect. MD, all you, bud.
I think we need to first start by letting the ladies introduce themselves. Tell us a little bit about you, how long you've been with your significant other, and
That's great.
maybe 3 things about you that we don't know or that you feel is important for us to know about you. Sabrina, we'll start with you.
Okay. You know what? I'm with Travis. I don't even remember how long we've been married. I think it's going to be 17 years this year, actually, that we've been married together for 19. Fun
18.
fact.
This is 18 this year.
Is it?
Yeah, this is 18 this year and 20 together.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's okay. Nobody's paying attention to that.
Right. Fun fact: my uncle set us up. Facts about me: I'm a homebody. My old lady craft is to crochet. I like to read, and we started a garden that we're excited about this year.
Okay, and I guess the big question here is why Travis?
You know, it's been fun. He makes me laugh. It's been fun. I mean, we always have a good time together.
Okay, that's got the love here.
Cindy D.
Same questions. Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us 3 things people may not know about you, and tell them why I chose you.
Well, my name is Cindy Dermanuelian. We've been married for 7 years.
That is correct.
Together 9, almost 10.
Almost 10.
Yeah.
Wow. Decade.
Yeah. So it's been a ride for sure. I love how Travis said, "How do you intertwine golf and the tour through your lives?" I was like, I had to work around that.
We made it very clear on the first date. I like golf. If you can't get with that, you can't get with this.
Ooh, fancy.
That was clearly. But nothing super crazy about me. I tacked on an additional like 12 letters to my name when we got married.
Yeah,
so
big.
I had a whole year to convince him to become a Lee, and that didn't work. So
Could have been Mike Lee. Spike Lee's weird cousin.
I like it.
So, Lee to Dermanuelian is worse than Garza to Salkowski.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is.
For sure.
So, ladies, I mean, you're both married to people that play a lot of golf, work around golf a lot, that probably your husbands talk to each other more than they maybe talk to you guys at times. I know Cindy's jealous as fuck about that.
So Travis is the first call in the morning. He's the first call and he's the last call. And Mike always picks up and he always says, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, buddy.
It's just like that. That's exactly it.
Exactly what it is. It's like,
It's the love we never had.
yeah. So Sabrina, you have been dealing with Travis for years and years and years and years and years. The tour, obviously, the last 10 years, 11 years. What has that been like in having Travis go from being the golf professional to being the golf professional and now running a tour, and kind of talk to us a little bit about this whole experience over the last 10 years of like going from, I have Travis at home a little bit more and he's, doing certain things. Okay, we've got the tour. Now the tour has become our life. And this is where I spend a lot of time. And this is who I deal with a lot. How do you deal with Travis the husband versus Travis the tour commissioner?
Travis the husband is very, I don't want to say relaxed because that just is not Travis.
Doesn't feel like the right
ever.
word for him.
Yeah, it's not Travis ever. But I think from when he was working as a golf professional, I see him more now than when he first started, with his career after college in the golf industry, because he was gone before sunup and he was home after sundown. And now I see him a lot more. And of course I see him every day working the tour, helping him with, setup, takedown, and then everything in the back end.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I have a bunch of questions, but I do believe Mike Carroll makes a good point. Jason Bird, do you feel like doing anything? Or do you just want to fucking type? Because I'm starting to just click, shut the fuck up or participate.
Do you not have the volume on?
Whoops.
Oh, okay. Technical difficulty.
Oh, dear Lord. So what is it obviously the golf takes up a lot of work. The tour takes up a lot of work. Why is it that you are so willing to let Travis have the time and be not only let him run it, but then also add the extra piece of now you're heavily involved and you're at tournaments now on the weekends and you're running the backside of the business to an extent, from the money side, which thank God I wouldn't trust Travis for that either. But like how has that kind of changed the relationship a little bit now with you guys working together so much, but also why is it that you are so supportive of Travis doing this?
It's the tour, I would say, is his baby, his second baby. So that's, something he created from day one. It's something he's very proud of, and he should be very proud of because it's definitely grown a lot. I can tell you from when he started it, I really didn't know much beyond his phone would not stop ringing. But now, it still doesn't stop ringing, but I get more of why he's doing what he does because everybody loves it. Everybody's so committed, so dedicated, showing up at every event, happy to be there. And so him taking it on himself or starting the business and me helping him, it's a lot of work. And so if I can help him a little bit here and there in whatever way I can, I will, because it's something you guys love. He loves it.
Yes, he does. Cindy, as someone who does not play golf, who does not participate in helping run the tour, you're simply married to me. What is it about the tour? What is it that makes you so at ease to let me play golf as much as I want, as well as support the tour? I go leave early for these events and drive down to go, do tournaments, go set up the golf course, do the show every night or every Tuesday. Like, what do you get out of this? Like, what makes you so flexible or willing to let me do this?
Yeah, I think even since we started dating, you have this competitive nature, and I think that's what this tour provides. Not only the competitiveness of it, but everyone is so nice, so friendly, and there's a camaraderie. There's a family dynamic to it, right? You guys show up, every other weekend, ready to play, ready to kick each other's asses. But at the end of the day, you guys can go and grab a beer together, go to each other's barbecues and, go hang out outside of that. And so I think it's a really unique dynamic where you have a group of competitive guys and women thrown into an arena. And at the end of the day, you guys are still a family. And I think that's really cool. If you guys don't know, we do not live in San Antonio. We live in Austin. So he makes that hour-and-a-half drive every other weekend. And he leaves super early to help set up because he knows how important, the setup is and making sure the greens look good. And there's a lot that you and Travis, you guys put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this tour, and it's been great to watch it grow over the last few years, and just seeing all that work pay off.
And she doesn't want me to be at home as much as I am.
Yes.
With me with nothing to do.
I get a break.
There's a good question from Casey. What do you like about the tour? We both kind of said that, but what do you like about the tour that has done for your husband? And then what do you dislike that the tour has done to your husband? I think that's a
wonderful question, Kate.
Yeah, I talked about Mike's competitive nature, so he's not as competitive. He puts a lot of that competitive energy into golf. Right? I can't beat him at golf. He knows that. Maybe one day, we'll see. But I think he does have that. He has that competitive nature, and I can't. There's not really much that we really do at home that's really competitive, so to speak. And so I think he is able to compete with all of y'all on the course, and he gets put in his place when he loses sometimes, and sometimes that's what he needs.
To be fair, that's being put in place by a fucking 3-year-old who yells at me for not bringing home a cookie.
She expects that cookie.
That's me put in my place.
And she knows it's related to winning, so she's like, Daddy, did you win? Did you get a cookie? So
no one makes me feel worse about
I can't wait to see how quick MD would get in the truck and leave the parking lot if Cindy beat MD at the golf course. That would be amazing.
I'm about to pull a Jason Bird. I'm gonna break something on you. I'm gonna break my wrist. I'm gonna break my foot. I'll jump in the middle of her backswing and get smacked in the face with a golf club.
Oh, yeah. Gamesmanship. Here it comes.
I won't let it happen. What is towards done for
Sabrina
your
hasn't
husband?
answered that question though.
What do you dislike though? You didn't answer the what you dislike piece.
What do I dislike? I mean, golf is a very long game. If you don't know, it's
I could have sworn you were gonna.
several
I could have
hours.
swore you were gonna say I hate all the clubs.
The
I was
clothes
going to say the money spent.
I think the clothes are fine, but he comes home and he's like sweating still from being outside for several hours.
But I look tan as hell.
And he has this terrible farmer's tan over during the summer. It's nothing like particularly hate, so to speak, but I mean it's long, right? He's gone super early. He comes back pretty late, depending on what he's got to do. So
Mainly if I win or not.
I miss the time that
The
we
better
had.
you play, the longer you stay for sure.
Yeah, when he's
Did
I'm on my way home, he's like, okay, well.
Hey, I'm on my way. Nothing else.
I would like to point out that both of the women on the screen right now get asked to lay out potential outfits a lot, and then rank those potential outfits based on weather choices.
I mean,
and personality traits.
everyone on this channel right now should know that Travis and I, prior to going on trips, very much plan out our looks for each day, and we plan it out in advance. And we have pictures, and we cross-reference to make sure we're not wearing the same thing.
It's laid out all over the room. All over the room. Each outfit is laid out, and they take pictures, and they send it to each other. And each day is a different vibe. So it's a friendship that, I mean, that's a strong romance right there.
It is a bromance. Sabrina, what is it that you like about what the tour has done for your husband? What do you dislike about it?
I like the relationships that he's built with everybody, and that now being more involved, I can finally put names and faces together. I sometimes still get them wrong. I'm getting there, but it'll take me some time. The dislike is definitely the explosion of clothing everywhere. In the truck, in the car, in the bedroom.
Oh, the truck. So many shoes.
I'm like, I'll be doing laundry, and then there's a massive, I'm like, where did this come from?
Do you find teas everywhere too?
No, I find chapstick everywhere.
Ours is teas. There's teas everywhere.
All my custom tees around the house. All my Jason Bird OnlyFans tees, all my 2024 tees.
It was you.
It was not me.
It was you. I think
The truth comes out.
I think
It wasn't me.
I did see the ball on Sunday.
Yeah, who did
Very,
the ball?
very shiny.
I didn't
It
do
had
it.
to be Casey. I think
it was Casey.
ball,
for sure.
I think the ball was Casey.
Yes, but I always way back in the day when Sabrina and I were dating, it was real common for us to go to the golf course, and Sabrina drove the cart and read a book, and I walked and played. But apart from that, we kind of kept our careers separate for the majority of our marriage. We didn't. Golf was golf, and Sabrina's
In the
career with
financial.
Randolph Brooks was something that absolutely I had no clue about at all. So we never talked about that, right? So that's the biggest change for me with the tour switching to the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour, is the ability for me to feel like I'm having a conversation about the tour at the dinner table, and being able to communicate as an equal, Sabrina can communicate as an equal about the tour, as she speaks as an expert about golf. And that's the biggest change for me, is that her golf knowledge now is on point. And I'm almost like, man, why did I try to keep it separate before? Because I mean, that's the biggest change for me.
And Casey, to answer your question, has Travis ever asked me to clean their clubs or shoes? No, and I will never clean his shoes. They're
It's about
disgusting. Disgusting.
Fun fact: I just
wanna clean
said
this
Sabrina
pages?
used to drive the cart and read a book when I played golf when we were dating. When that morphed into, "Hey, would you bring my putter over here?" It stopped real quick.
Yeah.
You might got annoyed because I didn't know what a putter was.
we lived on Cedar, and so with that I went and practiced and played Cedar every day. And so he would come and drive in the golf cart with me, and we'd go do that, and then I would just lose my patience. Putter, it's the one in the awesome head cover on it. It's like this. And she did caddy for me one time a million years ago at Willow, and some people may or may not be aware of some rage issues I had in earlier years. And needless to say, she was pretty adamant to never get near me on a golf course again. Actually, last year at the playoffs was the first time she'd seen me play golf in like 7 years.
Yeah. You've grown a lot in how you manage your game and your headspace for sure.
Yep. No more stopping at Cabela's to buy bullets by the individual.
He did say that to me once.
They don't sell them by the individual.
Yeah, they won't. And they'll.
It's a red flag. He
It's a
did
red
say
flag
that to me
real
once.
quick. I just need one
I
bullet.
called to check in on him once, and he's like, "They won't sell me one bullet at Cabela's." How do you think I'm doing?
It was a great day.
I wonder you could get a singular bullet.
Yeah.
He's alive. Yay. Okay, here we go. Question from Micah J. Carroll.
If there's one thing that you could change about MD and Travis, what would it be? Sabrina, you can answer for what you change about me too.
Yeah, I think you should. I think Sabrina should answer. I think that's great. I
that's
love
fair.
it. And then then Cindy and Sabrina, what would you change about Bird as well? Let's keep it going.
That's a list.
If I could change one thing about Travis, I would have him be a little cleaner.
He explodes on vacation too.
I
It's like you
believe
get
it.
there.
The man.
That's the same exact way our bedroom looks a majority of the time. Is the way the back of the truck
I'll
looks. when we travel.
clean it up, and it'll take about 2 seconds for it to be destroyed.
I mean,
I'll have like my all my stuff packed. I'll be like, how the fuck is this still dirty? And then Casey will be like, it's all Travis's stuff.
I mean, Travis, when he goes to a golf course, like he has to park in a secluded area with at least 2 or 3 cars of space around him so that the Accord can become like, he basically turns it inside out.
Yes, I need to spread out and prepare mentally for the day's activities.
Yeah, that's fair. Sabrina, what would you change about me? I'm perfect. Thank you.
That's exactly it.
Sabrina, what would you change about Bird?
I've got nothing. These guys are great.
God, what a political end.
Bird and MD are great, and I'm a slob. There you got it.
You are. I could say that we're married.
Cindy, I know you can answer this question better. What would you change about me?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. There's no particular one.
There's a lot of them, but no one sticks out clearly.
That's a tough question.
Don't act like you haven't been thinking about this for a while.
But if there was something that like a minor thing.
Here we go.
Does it have to be golf related?
No, do your worst. Just
Sabrina called me a slob on live television.
Well, Mike, so when he takes things out, he doesn't put them back. So like it'll be like a box of like cereal.
Okay, terrific. I wasn't okay. Awesome.
sorry.
Please see the disclaimers at the beginning of the show.
Sorry, I'm a human. I'm a human.
That would drive me crazy too.
And I think
I hate when things are taken out and
He
put
leaves
back.
wrappers
Yes.
everywhere.
That's Emma.
I would hate that too. God
I
dang.
think those are like the two things. There's wrappers, like there's wrappers in the bathroom.
Okay, this is a lot about me.
Wrappers in the
I thought
bathroom.
I was hoping that Sabrina was going to say something like, "I would wish Trav would become a better putter" or something like that. You know?
Yeah, because what was one thing that you could change about MD? Oh, my chipping and fucking Casey.
Please see disclaimer for adult use of language.
It's the only language I speak.
Sentence enhancers.
My sentence enhancers. What would you change about Travis?
Oh my gosh. I think there's only one thing I've ever mentioned.
And it's when he calls late.
No. I don't mind that. I feel like you get excited when he calls.
Someone wants to talk.
Like there's like
Because
butterflies.
someone wants to talk to me. I know my dad doesn't call me. You don't call me. No one calls me.
You never let it get past like a third ring. Like he's always.
I have a really hard time with it ringing. Same thing with text messages. Like I need to answer stuff right away. I don't like it. What would you change about Travis?
The only thing I've ever mentioned is the I hate the
or your hair. She hates your fucking hair.
Oh yeah, it's not
she
good.
hates your fucking hair.
I don't hate it. I just think
She doesn't love it.
it's a wee long, but
Thank
otherwise
you for that upcoming hair bill.
Style.
Travis is about to leave right now. Yep, there it is. It took.
I heard it. I heard him comb it once, and it was crunching, and I was just kind of like.
Is it the bleach highlights he did?
He did bleach highlights. Is that what?
Yeah, he gets his hair colored. Like I text him like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm at the salon. Got my hair done."
I do send pictures from the chairs with
Yeah.
the holes.
Oh.
I do.
Like
Do you get his input on your haircuts too?
No one cares about my input there.
Wow.
I don't have the patience to grow my hair that long. Otherwise, I'd be doing it too. I like continuity between the leadership group on the tour. Casey's hair is long. Occasionally, Sean Vidal's hair is long. Steven Evans can grow his hair. I get curly as fuck. But
I cut your hair.
you've cut my hair a
Yes,
lot,
I have.
and it shows. Moving on. Tim Smith asking, where do you see the future of this tour and this partnership? I don't know what he means by that.
I think in the future you might see it on a golf course.
What?
I also think we will continue going to golf courses and having golf events.
I think
that
there
will
will continue
happen.
to be tour travels, which is 58 days away. Not that I'm counting.
I believe we will.
There are 38 events this year across the 3 divisions. That's a lot. Not a ton of room for extra growth, but I don't see the tour going anywhere.
I mean, it's definitely not going anywhere.
Going to golf courses.
Just going to more golf courses. Casey Graham asks, so we know MD and Trav wear the golf pants, but who wears the pants in the relationship? Sabrina?
We've already determined that I'm a slob and ugly. So it's perfect.
I never said ugly.
Okay, perfect.
That was
Cindy. Cindy said you were ugly.
I don't think one or the other really wears the pants. We kind of have our strengths, so
Travis is
me in some situations.
dominated by Buster Moon.
Yeah, that's fair.
I cannot believe. I missed Obi.
Buster
Not
Moon is
alive.
definitely.
Obi.
Listen, parents aren't supposed to pick favorites, but Buster
But
Moon's
they
definitely
do.
my favorite, for sure.
My parents definitely love my brother more. Like, favorites are real. That's why you
Are they
have
real?
one kid, and then you don't have to worry about it. You know, they grow up a little lonelier, but in a little bit more narcissistic. But that happens. But Cindy, who wears the pants in this
I
relationship?
think we both have a leg in there. One leg. in
I think it depends on what it is. You know, for us, anyways, we're pretty good about communicating about things, but
I feel like
there's
the
sometimes I
calendar
have to put my
plays
foot down,
this
and there's
role.
other times that he's like, no.
Calendar kind of decides all.
Well,
I
if
think that's
that's
right.
safe.
I think we agree on most outcomes. I think we agree on most outcomes, and then it ends up if we don't agree, each one of us does our own shit, but we reconvene at the dinner table that night. Like it never carries over. It's like that scene from Yellowstone where where Beth is like, I'm super mad at you, but I love you. I'll see you tonight. Yeah.
See, I always feel like Kevin Costner in the car and just rolling down the window and be like, can I get one goddamn second to myself? Not really because of you, but because of that other thing that lives in the house.
Is it a dog?
My little shadow.
How do y'all two handle the tour not stopping? Right? There's the podcast. There's newsletters and Facebooking and partner meetings and notice to players and trying to practice on the side for the tour or proofreading an email for Sabrina. I mean, how does it not shut off, and at what point did that become okay?
I think it's always been. I mean, golf was Mike's like first love, so I had to make sure that fit into our relationship from the very beginning.
Played in high school, played in college. I was an assistant at Fair Oaks. Cool. I did all that. Like, golf's always been a big thing for me. But, like, personally, I mean, obviously I can't avoid it on the weekends when we have a tournament. But I feel like I've always been really good about, like, saying, okay, I'm going to go get my practice in. I'm going to go do these things when Cindy's and Emma aren't home or not, like, around. Like, I'll occasionally, like, off weekends, you know, if we're not doing anything, we're all just hanging out or something, I might go take an hour and go hit balls. But, like, I try not to do anything golf related during the week while I have everyone around. Like, most of it I can do really quick. Any of the Facebook stuff, any of, the show takes me, a little bit of time to set up, but not really that big a deal, like stuff like that.
But you're so good at it. And that's without the tour, I don't think you would really have a venue for that. So I think it kind of gives you that creative piece that you've always encompassed. And now it just gives you a venue to.
It's an outlet. It's another outlet for me. And God knows I love attention. So, I mean, give me a screen.
Love attention.
All those
shirts.
I mean,
was it called peacocking?
I mean, I was technically not even an actual guest on the show at one point. I jumped in because Joe Workman was invited on. Then I got on the podcast, and then I was like, I'm just not leaving. I like to do this, and I'm going to continue.
Yeah, but no one can say that you don't have that you aren't dedicated to all things tour and that you don't put your heart and soul into it. So no one can say that you don't.
I mean, the tour is the most important thing to me that isn't a person technically.
Yeah, be careful how you phrase that sentence.
I shut up. It's fine. Another question from Casey. I think this one is a good one. Has either husband recited an entire round to you, even though you didn't really care that much?
Yes.
And you just shook your head. Yes, that is
every single dinner conversation we have. We will go out to dinner, and I ask him golf questions because I know that's what will get him talking. Otherwise, we will sit in silence.
100% true. This is the same person.
As creepy as possible, just silence.
Same thing. If she can't fall asleep at night, she'll ask me questions about golf, and she'll be like, "Tell me about your round today." Oh, I did this and that.
Yeah. Not I'm saying that's boring.
And I shake her. I'm like, "What the? You asked me questions." She's like, "Well, it's just comforting to hear you talk. Like, it makes it easy to fall asleep." I was like, "Fuck you."
I'm sorry. Jason is texting me old pictures of MD right now, and they're epic.
Oh no.
That's awesome. Right, I'm looking at one of MD with blonde hair right now.
Oh, that was a great story.
It's amazing.
Great story.
Anybody want to see these on the podcast? I mean, this is great stuff.
Bird can put them up if you want.
This is great stuff.
It's all there on my Facebook page. I haven't always been.
We were not together at the time. I did not.
Can we see the one that I'm trying? This is amazing.
I asked for the picture of the cargo shorts with you because you talked about playing in high school.
and I was gonna be like, Cindy, this is
My-
the guy right here.
I was
That's
so
where I was
short
going
in
with
high
this.
school. I played
And
with a Walter
Jason
Hayden
starts
box.
texting these pictures.
God damn it, Bird. I mean, if Bird can get the picture uploaded, he's more than able to show it. That's fine. I'm more than happy to provide background to that, how that came to be. It's pretty horrifying. To suffice to say, that took like 4 boxes of bleach, and it didn't even get there. And I dressed up like that.
And you wore a cap.
Oh,
I went as Captain America, and I was like, I gotta dye my hair blonde. My mom's like, dye your hair blonde. So we dyed my hair blonde, and I was passed out drunk by 10 o'clock that night. And I had
look at Sabrina's.
That's why I don't highlight my hair. That's exactly why I don't let them touch my hair.
Ugh! Stop!
Stop! I'm gonna make that the new tour logo somehow.
And Casey
Please stand up.
Casey asked me about the same question. No, I don't think Travis has ever recited an entire round of golf, but he'll tell me if he played like garbage and what he did, or if he played really well and what he did.
It's funny because if Mike played like garbage, he won't talk. he doesn't recite anything. He is this exact.
I'm very big on failure is the best teacher, right? So I want to talk about the worst possible to make the next step, not that bad.
I do post-round interview in the shower. I talk into the podium, which is it's a good look.
This guy.
Under Armour used to do the giant logo shirts, and I love it. That was my first pair of red pants, too. I used to wear pleated khakis.
Did it before us,
Who has
Travis.
the picture of Travis? Is it Casey?
What's up?
Who has the picture of you? Is it Casey?
Oh my goodness.
Which one?
Which one?
The one from the wall at his parents' house.
that was
I
me.
have it.
That-
I have it.
That was I distributed that for safekeeping, so he
That
can't
is-
kill all of us.
I mean, that's you can't see it on my phone, but it is my picture when Travis calls me. It's the picture that pulls up. Oh my God, now I gotta get it. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
There it
Can we
is.
bring in?
Oh, it's kind of
Mother.
Washed out,
the screenshot.
blown out.
Can't see it. All protected. It's all good. Nobody needs to see how cool my hair was in
Oh,
1998.
they do, but they do, Trevisimo.
Nobody needs to see how cool my hair. It looks very similar to what it does right now. Cindy would hate it, I'm sure.
Oh, my God.
I feel as if if we're gonna go ahead and showcase MD's hair, I feel like it's only fair.
I will never forget Casey typing, "Will the real Slim?" Oh my God.
Which Backstreet Boy did you pretend to be?
Nick.
Yeah, that's Nick.
Nick.
That is Nick.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Maybe.
That picture is hanging up in his parents' house in Wisconsin. I remember seeing it for the first time, and I'm like, well, that's a screensaver.
I touch it every time I leave that house.
There's 2 pictures. There's 2 things that I do immediately when I get to Wisconsin. One is I take a picture of the shower at Kohler, at Black Wolf. The other thing is send Cindy that picture.
That's
I've arrived.
I just go to Culver's first. You got weird ones.
Yes, I'm with you, Jason. Culver's all the way.
I mean, Culver's is great, but I can get the Culver's chicken tenders from the trail now.
Yes,
What?
they're the same. Yes.
You're pretty close.
Oh, do you remember the time we bought like 4 cases of Sprecher?
Oh yeah, that was. I remember when Sprecher came to
Diabetes.
Costco and sending that picture out to everybody. Who needs some Sprecher? And Travis was like, load me up.
We literally bought like 6 cases.
Like 4 or 5
We had
cases.
to load that into the car.
Now it's just at Costco. It's like
Now it's just
normal.
at AT&T.
Yeah, I don't.
It's now just
I don't even. Yeah.
They sold
I don't
out.
like-
They went mainstream.
I don't
Yeah,
even
they
like
went-
Sprecher. I don't even like it anymore. I'm just back to A&W.
Nickelback.
Oh, I need a. It's fantastic. Now, ladies, is there anything specific that you guys, I'm trying to figure out the best way to ask this. I don't even know the right way to ask this. What are your thoughts in general about, because obviously we have a lot of people out there who are married or dating somebody or alone. But for the people that are dating someone or married, what would you say to them? Because there are other spouses out there who aren't as cool about the whole play golf every weekend kind of thing.
I mean, it's not every weekend.
It's pretty much every weekend.
It's
38 out of 52.
It's 38 out of 52 weekends, and I'm not playing golf this weekend though. So I'm not playing golf this weekend, which is my first weekend off all year. But that being said, what would you say to the wives that, their husband wants to go play golf on the weekends, wants to go play in tournaments, or wants to put in time to practice and stuff like that, but they're a little hesitant or they push back a little bit on it? What would you say to them in that regard to be like, you know what, this is kind of something that might be worthwhile to let them go do? Like how does getting rid of them for a little bit to let them go be them and be passionate and go have fun, how does that help the marriage? How does that help the life balance in the house? I
know for me, like Travis he's not a drinker. He's not a partier, which I'm thankful for. So it's one thing like that. That's his outlet. So, and it's also my quiet time. So y'all know Travis, he's very busy. He's very go, go, go. And he is like that at home as well until he finally sits down in the recliner and falls asleep. In 3 seconds. Yes, immediately. He'll tell me I'm not asleep and he's snoring. So for me, I mean, it's fine. I mean, and then being, involved more with the tour now and helping him, we're almost always together. So it's a little bit of time apart, which I think does us good.
Absolutely. Cindy?
No, I think it's the same. I think you have trouble sitting still. So having something to look forward to, every other weekend, or, having those tournaments to work towards, I think is really great. You're bettering, yourself in a hobby. You're bettering there are plenty of other things they could be doing, on their weekends and whatnot. And golf is not an issue for me. I didn't really understand the mental game and the physicalness of golf until I watched a documentary or two. We've been watching.
She finally got into full
half swing, an STX Am Tour mini docu-series.
So
that was one of them. I think Netflix in full swing gave her some insight.
I mean, I never
because I'm just like a tour player.
It was like, okay, it's a whole bunch of people, hitting sticks trying to get this little ball into this hole 18 times. And so I didn't really understand it. I never played golf. I didn't have, that understanding. And then just seeing other people play and seeing him go through it, I was like, why are you so angry? It's just a game. But I think it's more than that. You're challenging yourself. And
Shut up.
I didn't have a full understanding of that until essentially you became involved in the tour. And I think that's when I kind of got a better understanding of what the game of golf really is.
So now with that knowledge of what goes into golf, this applies to Travis and Sabrina too, because they also have a daughter. How do you feel about that? Him being involved in the tour, possibly opening up avenues for Emma to play golf in a largely male-dominated sport.
Oh, I want her to kick all their asses. I mean, that would be great for her to have that.
She's Asian and she can play golf.
The most unused Division I women's scholarship.
Yep,
correct.
Golf.
We're gonna get her into college on the minority scholarship and on a golf scholarship.
I love that DEI money.
Well, outside of that, it'll teach her discipline. It'll teach her, to really, practice and focus, and that it is a mental game as well. So
I'm going to help her with the mental game.
Maybe you might not be the best person.
I think I actually am the best person.
I think it surely would define one of the ends of the spectrum really quickly and early on in the mental game preparation.
I'll have her listen to the same books I listen to on digital, on mastering the Zen of golf. Those are things that help me calm down. That and drugs, but
Does Emma ever watch golf with you, like the LPGA
yeah.
or the PGA?
Oh, she watches. She and I will always watch PNC together because I always tell her, I'm like, you need to play golf so you can bring me out there when you get older. She plays with her golf clubs out in the driveway just about every day.
Her golf clubs. She's not even 4 yet. She has her own golf clubs. We've been together for almost 10 years, and I don't even have my own golf club.
Because I don't.
Do you wish to play golf?
I only want a driver because that's the only one I hit. And so the last time I did it, I hit with his driver. I didn't hit it right on the base. And so it kind of
she almost friggin' sky marked my 5-wood, and I about lost my shit. I'm like, you sit down, you don't touch.
The last time Sabrina swung a club at a golf course, it was years ago. When I say years ago, it was 18, 19 years ago. That was the last time she swung a golf club at a golf course. And I was trying to coach, I was trying to help, and she was getting frustrated, and she went like top duff, and then she went, I'm picturing the golf ball as your head. She said those exact words. And she hit it perfect, 7-iron, up in the air, over water, onto the green to like.
That is so funny that you say that, because Cindy's first introduction to swinging a golf club was at Topgolf, and she couldn't hit it. I'm like, I made the joke, Cindy, just pretend it's my head. Fucking cranked it, and I'm like,
no, Micah, no.
No, she's never chased me with a golf club. Never with a golf club.
Emma's chased me with a golf club. Cindy is not.
Maybe with a flip flop or a dinner roll.
I did
a dinner roll.
with the dinner roll.
Yes, with the dinner roll the night of our wedding.
Reception.
But Kaylin's getting into golf now.
Oh yeah, she
was.
She got her new set a couple of weeks ago, and she's been getting more and more into it. I know one of your proud parent moments was her trying to help her friend and show her how to do everything the right way out in the arena.
Yeah, like I came out. We have a little short game area in the backyard, and I came out, and I don't remember what she said, but it was something along the effect of, better spine angle, better wrist position to make the first L, and I'm like, oh, it's amazing. Like I don't know how to act. Like my 12-year-old's given golf instructions to one of her little friends. It was amazing.
I do have I'm going to put this question up real quick, or not this question up. I'm going to put this picture up real quick, because this is one of my favorite pictures that I have. Hold on. So last year when we got Emma,
positive picture.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
When Emma
is that Michael Freeman
holding my hand?
Holding your hand.
After we got Emma her set of clubs, she's like, let's go play golf, Daddy. I'm like, all right, we can just walk to the park.
That's fantastic. And, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, she loves it. She could teach you how to putt. Anyone who knows me, or who asks me about Emma and about golf or anything like that, Saturdays are for the dads, and it's Dad and Emma morning. So we go do a donut. We go get a donut, and then we hit up the 3 golf stores. And
there's 3?
Yes.
Oh, the one up.
Golf Ranch, yeah. PGA Superstore, Golf Galaxy, and Emma.
Golf Ranch like in Georgetown?
Yeah. And
that's a drive.
Not for me.
Now, Cindy, how does that make you feel?
It means I can sleep in.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I'm like, okay, it's Saturday. I have a tournament tomorrow. Okay, Emma, we're going to go. Like, I want to go practice. I can't practice first thing in the morning, but I'm going to take you to the stores. You're going to sit over there. Or, well, now she goes and grabs a putter.
Yeah.
So if she goes into the PGA Superstore, she knows where the little kid putters are. She walks over, she grabs it, and now she starts putting. I putt a little bit. I go to the bay and hit balls, and she sits there and throws me a golf ball. And then I get her tired out. So
Then
that
she'll go and get a snack. She runs the store. She knows where the putters are. She'll do a little bit of that. She'll pick up balls and put them back in the hole. And then she'll sit and watch you. And then she's like, I want a snack. So she'll go to the front register and grab a bag of Cheez-Its.
she thinks that's where the Cheez-Its are purchased. We ran out of Cheez-Its the other day. She's like, Daddy, we go to the golf store and get more crackers? I'm like,
That's not a financially sound decision, little lady.
I mean, I have enough rewards.
It's like a family-size pack.
Yes. It's one of the jumbo bags of it.
It's a small price to pay because
but
she'll sit there and she'll eat, and then you'll just hit.
Yeah, it's
balls.
great. And then I get her tired out, and then, hey, Mom, you want to hang out with her, Emma, for a little bit? And then I go to the range.
She has an opinion on your clothes.
She also, that's the other big thing. Cindy, I may say, hey, what do you think of this outfit? But Emma will tell you outright, I love your shirt. I like your shoes. I like your pants. And then if there's a design on it that she likes, like a lot of my shirts I purchase really with the mindset of, I hope Emma likes this.
Aw.
Because I know she'll talk shit.
The puke emoji in the comments.
Tim Smith, you're a great human being. Sabrina, since Travis never plays, how are you ever going to win one of the awesome cookies?
I'm gonna have to ask Laura just to bake me cookies.
Maybe we can get Laura to make some cookies for Tour Travels, and
maybe
Travis technically competes in Tour Travels. He doesn't win any of the.
I don't take any of the prizes, but at least
you don't take any of the prize, but you can win a cookie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lindsay Fredenberg, first-time viewer of the show. Shout out. Yes, Emma is the style queen, and I absolutely do leverage her knowledge. We've got some other viewers on tonight. Some of my coworkers that are watching as well because they want to see what Cindy has to say about me.
It's mostly good stuff.
For the most part.
Yeah.
How much was she paid off today?
Yeah, it's been pretty mellow. Pretty good.
I signed something before this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Called a marriage license.
It's like Cindy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say prenup. I don't know.
I've got people like Tim Smith that think I'm super cool. Like, don't come on here and embarrass me.
Hey, Tim Smith thinks you're an elite amateur, sir.
I am.
One of the best amateurs in San
one-
Antonio.
Yeah, I shot
Exactly.
75 at Brack this weekend. I'm fucking elite, bro.
Oh my gosh, so it was last season where you won like 3 back to back.
I won like 5. It was
okay.
a great summer.
It was a great rookie season.
Your confidence was there, but the ego of those 5 weeks.
Hey, that was the ego of the entire summer and fall.
It was great.
Like,
But sometimes that ego feeds off the playing style too a little bit. So it's a little bit of that mental game. Like, hey, listen, I need to keep acting like this because it's producing results on the golf course. So I'm going to keep acting like this. Here it comes.
well, I mean, that's I'm trying to find it again because I've been on the golf course and I haven't been getting as angry as I would like to. Don't give myself the motivation to like get my shit together. What I'm missing is the internal. You fucking suck, Mike. What are you doing?
I asked that question to MD once. We were on tour travels somewhere, and MD made a bogey.
It was
And
I
then
made
yelled
a
at
stupid
himself.
bogey playing. We were playing the straights from the.
We were playing, and he yelled at himself, and it was real ugly. Like it was real ugly the way he yelled at himself, and it was like there were 2 people having a conversation on the back of the green.
It's definitely.
And player A got his point across to player B. Player B got his head out of his ass and birdied the next hole. And I remember asking MD, I'm like, did you birdie that hole because of the conversation that you just had with
It's
yourself?
a Gollum
Like,
Spiegel thing. Like, I stare at the water and yell at myself, and then it talks back to me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you talk. I
No
mean,
one
when
Water
you
talks back to you.
No one hates me more than me.
yeah,
Like
reminds me of that one golfer, Jeff. No,
what?
isn't there a golfer that like,
Joel Damon?
yeah, there you go.
I'm not Joel
I'm
Damon.
not saying you are, but it's like
Someone's got to be the 70th ranked golfer
Yeah.
in the world. Why not me?
Yeah, that's not my mentality.
I
My
just would like to
mentality-
go to live and shoot 95 and get paid $250,000.
God,
Oh.
someday. Well, we kind of hit a point here, guys. I think we're just about ready to shut down for the night. But, ladies, Sabrina, closing thoughts. First of all, thank you for marrying Travis and controlling him to whatever extent that is. And thank you, obviously, for everything you do for the tour, week in, week out, every event. You're there helping out, selling, getting the tour and getting Travis under control. Anything that you would like to add? Anything you'd like to say to the people out there who come and play every week and who watch every week and participate? Anything that you want to say to Travis or Bird or me?
I mean, thank you guys too for being there, for playing there, for helping him, being the ambassadors, the sponsors, everybody that's kind of contributed along the way. He wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody. I always look forward to seeing everybody smiling faces, I find it really interesting to see the mentality and the mindset too of everybody getting ready to tee off. That's always interesting to me because it's, some people are very chatty, some people are very quiet. It's a very serious thing. So
Like Casey going silent when he's in the zone.
he does.
Amazing. Cindy D, thoughts, concerns, opinions?
No, I think I'm excited to see I've been excited to see the tour grow over the last few years and see what it's going to continue to grow into. And hopefully one day me and Emma will be able to make it out in the course and watch you play more. I know she's getting older. That might be a bigger possibility as right now we just got her potty
She has
trained.
better golf etiquette than you do on the golf course.
Yeah,
she told you to shush when you were talking.
I was talking to your mom.
Yeah, and she told you both to shut up. Dad's playing.
So, no, and I'm getting more familiar with the names and the faces, and so I'm super excited to continue to see the growth of the tour and hopefully to meet everyone and their wives one day, wives, girlfriends, etc. That'll be fun.
Well, I speak for Travis, I think, when I say everything that we do is completely because of the support that we get from our wives and from our families, from our kids, for letting us do this, letting us be the crazy people that we are, and how we act with each other. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between our personalities when it comes to being on tour versus just being at home. So if you want to look at some of the most mentally tough, patient, and sweetest people on earth, they're on the camera with us and right below me down there. So thank you guys for everything that you do, for supporting us and letting us kind of live out our little fantasy or dream of playing golf on tour.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I know that Sabrina's super approachable at tour events. She's there a majority of the time as well now. So if any tour golfers or tour golfers' spouses ever want advice or have questions or to interact at all or even to get involved, Sabrina's very approachable and is always there as well.
We'll even put together a support group.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different options. There's a bunch of ways that we could play this. But I know there's a lot of wives out there who show up every week to watch their husbands play, watch their boyfriends play.
Lots of spectators this past weekend.
This past weekend, I mean,
there was
the
a lot
Vidal
of spectators.
The Vidal group was just blowing up. There are a bunch of people in that group. You got Seth Henry's parents are always out there cheering him on.
It was really cool. There were lots of spectators.
It was
all through all flights. There were spectators.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I spent more time spectating than I did really playing, I felt like. So it was a really cool weekend at Brack. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for being on and hanging out with us, talking, answering some questions, being involved in the craziness that is the Tour Power Hour / South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. Nothing but appreciation for you guys. Travis, anything to add, buddy?
Woo! No, I am. What a run March was. Just shy of 500 tournament rounds the tour hosted in the month of March. Every weekend it was slamming. It was a grind. We are through that. The Alamo City Golf Trail division is on the back half of the spring season. Playoff push in full effect. A bunch of events open for sign up. Question from Casey Graham there is, can we get a sign up status for the events that are open? How many left? Any sold out? All events that are open for registration are still open for registration, not close to selling out at this current time, but are all forecasted to sell out, especially on the ACGT division, where the point standings are heating up. We've got updated point standings to show before the night's over. We'll keep Sabrina on and Cindy on, and we'll go through. I'm sorry, I choked on a little bit of root beer there.
Sprecher?
No, it's Barks. I'm out of Sprecher. I'm sorry. But we've got a new top 10 to show. This is on the website. Oh God, it's amazing.
I meant to delete that, not show it.
Oh, it's like those TikTok or those reels where you're like doing the eye test and you get real
just fucking terrible. Let's just yada. Here we go.
Bam.
New top 10 points. We're gonna run through this real quick. Here we go. Jumping up into 10th place. We don't have the actual. I apologize, Travis. I ended up using a different thing, so I don't have how everybody jumped up and down the.
Yes. This is a middle graphic. This isn't the final graphic that's on the website.
This is on the website. This is exactly pulled from the website.
Copy that.
So in 10th, Sean Vidal, 585 points.
Woo! Top 10 for Shawnee V, the GOAT.
Yep. Number 9, just barely edging out Sean, Willie Nichols, in 9th place. And then it's a kind of a traffic
hodgepodge, a tie. I mean, look at that.
Top 10's a traffic jam.
Tied for 5th with 595 points. Only a 10 or 5 point lead over the 10th and 9th positions. Tim Smith and Weston Irie. Casey Graham. Congrats, Casey Graham. I did help propel you a little bit. Brad Gilbert. Just Dennis. It's actually Dennis Nowski, Casey Graham, Weston, and Tim Smith all tied for 5th. 595 points. With a small lead over them. Bradley Gilbert moves into 4th place. And then the top 3 coming off a couple of wins here this weekend. Laz Gonzalez, 605 points, sitting solo 3rd. A big win this weekend for Greg Graff. Propels him up the board into 2nd place. And right now, Andre Ramirez still holding on to 1st place with 700 points. But still a lot of golf left to be played. Still a lot of golf left to be had and points to grab. So we will continue watching. But the full points list is available online at southtexasamtour.golf. Go ahead and check that out. Same thing. All of the registration, signing up for the golf courses, signing up for the events. Point standings, point history, results, everything you need on stxamtour.golf.
And that was only 120 points. 115 points separate the whole top 10.
Yep.
Stroke play at Northern Hills coming up next, April 14th. Open for registration. As MD said, www.stxamtour.golf for everything tour. And of course, as always, like us on Facebook, STX Am Tour. That is your home for up-to-the-minute information, leaderboards, and event signups. Cindy Dermanuelian, Sabrina Salkowski, thank you so much for joining us on the Power Hour podcast this evening. Hopefully you can join us again in the future. Jason Bird, thank you for contributing tonight. We appreciate that. Final thoughts from you, sir.
From me?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your final words? What random thing do you have to say?
I did not prepare words.
Well, I for sure, am for sure looking forward to an off weekend. I am looking forward to playing a little golf, practicing a little bit. I was talking to Sabrina a little bit earlier today, and I haven't swung a golf club since January on a golf course. So I am looking forward to getting a little practice time in this weekend, enjoying the beautiful weather. I'm going to go to the backyard short game area with the kiddo right now and enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening.
There you go. All right, guys. Everyone, thank you so much for watching tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. Special shout out to our beautiful, wonderful wives. And big shout out Jason Bird taking time out of his evening to attempt to multitask. Guys, thank you so much. Everyone have a good night. We will see you not next week. We're going to be off next week. We're taking a week off. Well deserved. No show next week. Be aware. But we will see you guys we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
We'll have some Facebook posts.
Off week for a tour event, off week for a podcast. This is our spring break.
Yep.
Enjoy. Thank you to golf wives everywhere. Thank you to golf girlfriends everywhere. Thank you to golf wives and girlfriends, just not at the same place at the same time.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Everyone have a good night. We will see you when we see you. But get your practice in. Have a happy Easter. And yeah, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Good night, everyone.